YouTube, my name is Alyssa, and I just felt compelled to share this video with you guys, like I'm a filmmaker or something. I don't know. I just want to share my story with you in hopes of helping somebody else. I recently went through and am still going through a lot, but I overcame it, and I know that dealing with stuff, life itself is not easy, and especially when you feel like you're doing it alone, it just makes everything that much more burdensome. I'm going to give you guys a little backstory so that everything can make sense. About a month and a half ago, I had foot reconstruction surgery. I'm a flight attendant, and I'm obviously on my feet a lot, and the continuous pressure just made like the pain, just like walking, just regular day-to-day activities, like really seemingly unbearable for me. And unbeknownst to me, which I should have probably Googled it or something, like I Googled how to make mayonnaise. Like I Googled the most random shit. Like why would I not look this shit up before? I talked to my doctor and he's like, it should be like a 6 to 8 week recovery time. Well, it's been 7 weeks and I'm not recovered. I can't walk. So I have to have this procedure, and I know that I won't be able to walk or basically do anything for myself for a really long time, so I'm going to have to move in with my mom, which was kind of concerning for me in the beginning because she has a lot of her own health conditions and she kind of needs somebody to take care of her. So I was like, how are we going to do this? It's, you can't help me, I can't help you. And I remember one day she found me just on the floor, and I was like balled up in a fetal position, like bawling, crying, and she was like, who died? Like I was just crying that bad. I had just fallen off my little scooter because I can't walk, so I'm on this like little knee walker scooter thing. I fallen off my scooter, busted my lip, busted my knee up, and that was just like it, that was the icing on the cake. Like I just felt like I could not bear life anymore. Like it was too much for me. And I just I wanted to say like me, at the time I felt like I had died. Like I had nothing to live for. I was sleeping all day long. Like literally days would pass. Like I would go to sleep at like 5 p.m., wake up the next day at 5 p.m., maybe eat something and go right back to sleep, like doing absolutely nothing, like no TV, just sleeping all the time. Like I was so sad. So being here at my mom's house in a different state, just away from everybody I knew, I don't have any friends. Literally, I have one friend, my best friend since 3rd grade. She's a mom, she's an engineer, just a bomb boss ass bitch. Like I'm so proud of her, and we can't talk as often because she's busy being a boss, like, and I'm over here crying because I fell off her scooter. She don't have time for this bump shit, which she shouldn't, because whatever. There were people like I would hang out with when I was living in Texas, but I wouldn't really say like they're my friends. I remember like when I was moving out, I was like, man, this is it. Like nobody really like called and was like, hey, bye, I'm gonna miss you, like you need help packing, like you need anything. I didn't need their help, but just kind of knowing that somebody wants to be there for you, because I know how I am. I think that's the saddest part about life. The most disappointing part about life is knowing that the things you would do for people, they wouldn't do for you. And once you realize that, everything is so much easier. You can't expect people to operate the way you do. And I think that was my biggest mistake. I felt rejected. I felt used because I know the type of person I am. You know what I'm saying? As much shit as I talk and as much resting bitch face as I serve, I have a heart of gold, and I would literally give somebody the shirt off my back. So knowing that nobody, not one motherfucker, cared to see how I was doing, like I wake up, check my phone, like damn, maybe I ain't got a signal. Bitch, you got 13 bars, you got extra bars, but you got a signal. Just nobody fuck with you like that. And that is also humbling. You know what I'm saying? When you really find out how motherfuckers coming, it ain't ain't always what you thought it would be, but it's so necessary to hear, you know? You gotta know. God was like, you being cute, you riding with them, you know, you hang with these bitches all the time. They don't even fuck with you, dumbass. Got him. I just went through a breakup, and you know, those aren't always easy, obviously. My ex and I were like, you know, friends. So, you know, him and ex up, and I was like describing everything that I've been feeling. And before I can get like even like halfway through, like I was just like, oh, I fell off my scooter, and like, wait, hold on. Like, my ex was like, everybody go through shit. And I was like, wait a minute. I know you not the same motherfucker who was on my phone for hours when you was going through shit, but now everybody go through shit. So I'm like, you know what? You right. You ain't saying nothing but a word. So I'm like, self, meet everybody, cause bitch, you everybody now, and you going through some shit, and you obviously are going through it alone. So thank you for telling me. Good. The person who I thought was my best friend, like my sister, okay? Like, you ain't see her without me. You know what I'm saying? Peanut butter jelly time. Okay, Ritz bits. That was us. She like curved the fuck out of me behind, you know, somebody she was dating at the time, and we're not even friends anymore. You know, I lost my friend, and that hurt a lot. And what hurt even more was like knowing that like I'm hurt because I lost my friend, but she don't even care. I'm like, damn, but she don't mean nothing to nobody. Just I just want to get a Boost Mobile contract or something so I could be committed. You know, I just want a commitment. I just want somebody to be faithful. Because clearly no one can. So you have to use your judgment and use it wisely. I'm not saying like everybody fuck up. Oh, real pimps fuck up. You know, it happens. Nobody's perfect. You're gonna get your heart broken. You're gonna have a shady ass friend. Your job is gonna fucking suck sometimes. Family, that's a video within itself. But that's just, you know, blood related fuck boys. Nothing else. You know what I'm saying? They just related to you. This person shares some of your DNA at some point. You know, that's it. It means nothing. And that's a hard pill to swallow as well. I'm saying these are the things that you need to know moving forward, because you can't get over a situation, really, if you're still kind of not sure what it even is. You know what I'm saying? If you still thinking, okay, so yeah, we cool, and you're not, and you don't know it, you the only one that don't know it, you're losing. Okay, so you need to know all the facts. The thing about life is, a lot of times we don't get that lucky. We don't just get a pamphlet with, okay, here, Alyssa, this is what's going on today. This person is going to be a fuckboy 2 to 3 months in, so be cautious. Don't fall in love. We don't get those. That's not what happens. It's heartbreaking when you realize that the people you ride for the hardest wouldn't even do a little slow walk for you. You know, they just like, the loneliness, in addition to me being isolated, it was depressing. Like, I just became really depressed. Not even 3 months ago, I had my own spot, doing whatever I want to do. I had started acting and modeling. You know, I had bookings, like 2-3 bookings every week. I was making money, getting paid. I had my little blogging job, was getting other jobs. I did a lot of internet shopping, so I was getting packages every week, just like Christmas every day. I felt like I had made it, like I had arrived. Like I finally felt like everything in my life had fallen into place. You know, I was in a relationship with the person who I thought I was gonna marry. I had friends in the blink of an eye, literally all of that was gone. I was just at a point in my life where I felt that I had hit rock bottom, you know, like I felt that I was like on top of the world, like I felt that I was like really living and like really doing stuff, you know. But fast forward to now, you know, post surgery, can't even walk, can't even go to the refrigerator and get a damn applesauce by myself. I felt like I had nothing. I was so sad because I felt like I had nothing. You know, I'm not working, just went through a breakup, so no relationship, no friends, can't model, can't act. So I went from 100 to 0. Sad. I felt worthless. I felt useless. I felt helpless. I felt everything. And that's the problem I was feeling. And I don't like feelings. You know, I'm a Capricorn. You know, Google me. Okay? We don't, you know, all that emotional. We don't do that. Okay? That's not our thing. We aren't feelers. We're leaders. We're alphas. We need to be running shit. So when I wasn't doing that, I was like, and that's when the reality set in. You know, I was alone all the time with my thoughts. The sadness consumes me. Depression took over me. I was so sad all the time. So sad. I had nobody to talk to just about what I was feeling, what I was going through. And just as I've said before, like nobody even cared to check on me. Like I'm like, all these people who I've spent so much time with, so much of my life with, and they can't even call and be like, hey, but you good? Like nothing. It was a really rough time for me. So I just didn't feel like I had anything to live for. And at one point, I just really wanted to die. I was like, you know, what's the point? Like, what I'm here for, God? Like, you know, so many people around me had died. Like 4 people I went to high school with, girl I went to college with, the murders of innocent black people. The weight of the world was on my shoulders, and I was just letting everything happening with the election, just everything eat me alive. I was letting things that I couldn't even control make me sad. I didn't even really have a reason to be sad about some of the shit that I was sad about. And I feel like that's a blessing. And that's like first world problems right there, okay? When you can create a sadness, when you can create a problem, because your life is just going so well that you gotta make something up to be sad about, that is a blessing. It's unnecessary. You need to stop it, but it is a blessing. And I feel like I needed that time with myself. You know, I was isolated from everybody I know, everything I know, can't walk, can't drive, so I'm stuck in the house all the time. So I was alone with my thoughts all day. And if you've never done that, you've never been completely alone with you, it's not an easy thing to do. So a lot of times we'll be like expecting other people to want to be with us, and we can't even do it because we drown out all our sorrows and pains and feelings. Like we don't want to feel. Sometimes in order for us to be alone with ourselves, we need drugs or alcohol, or we get in relationships or friendships. Like, you know, there's always the serial daters or the serial everybody like, oh, that's my friend. You know them people like every week this bitch got a new friend. Oh, that's my friend. Bitch, you just met her yesterday at 7-Eleven. You was on gas tank 3, she was on 4. That's your friend. But you don't fucking know that girl. Swear, okay? That ain't your friend. You don't know her. Like, we're just so needy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a bad thing, but sometimes you need to be by your damn self. And we can't do that. We'll need to like drink or get high or do something just to kick it. And I'm not knocking it. but it's an unhealthy way of coping. And once you've been on the other side, once you've hit rock bottom and been on the damn floor with your scooter on top of you and a busted lip, you'll know that I might have been a little fucked up before, but now I'm trying to get it together. Like, okay, God is showing me something. He's like, okay, bitch, it wasn't working. Like, what you was doing, you thought it was cute, you thought it was fun, but it wasn't working. So, what's the plan? I had one of two choices. I could go hard or stay home. I could continue to wallow in self-pity and allow myself to be defined by other people's perception of me, or I could boss the fuck up and focus on my goals. Everyone had given up on me, and because of that, I gave up on myself. And essentially, I was just showing them that they were right, that I wasn't worth standing by, nor was I worth fighting for. And at the time, I truly believed that. Stay on my ass, cry all day, sleep all day, do nothing, let day after day after day of my life pass me by. And what a blessing it is to be able to be complacent for weeks and months and years while people all over the world are fighting debilitating illnesses and diseases and can't even make it through the night. But my bitch ass got time to just wallow in self-pity for weeks and months. How ungrateful was I? And it's so humbling now to think about all the time that I've wasted and how precious time is and life is and how blessed I am. And how I was showing God, like, yeah, you've given me everything I've needed, but I just want to sit on my ass and wait for you to just give me a little bit more. He was like, you bum ass bitch. Nah. You gonna get the fuck up and do it yourself. And looking back, I am so thankful that God pushed me out of my comfort zone and took away everything that I thought that I needed to make me feel secure. I was stuck in this mundane routine and I wasn't brave enough to push myself out and to live up to my full potential. So God did it for me. What I've realized is that life is the ultimate teacher, and it will give you chance after chance to grow. Through every experience, there is opportunity. Through joy, through pain, through heartache. We can choose to make a change or continue to be changed by the decisions we've made. And when we continue to do the latter, God steps in and disrupts our nirvana. Through chaos, we find ourselves. You know how they say real hustlers could lose it all and win it back? God was like, all right, I done took all this shit. Get it back. But I don't want it back. I don't want anything about my old life. I don't miss the people who I thought were my friends. I don't miss the person who I thought I was going to marry, who I thought was the love of my life. I don't miss just going to work every day and just living in a routine. I don't miss any of that. I immersed myself in knowledge and set out to learn everything that I could about self-improvement, personal growth, branding, entrepreneurship, and most importantly, self-love. And if I learned nothing, I have learned that nothing or no one can fill a self-love deficit. If you don't love you, you can't make anybody else love you. And you won't believe that anybody else does love you, even if they do. So it won't work. And I know we hear that all the time, but we're like, well, I'm working on me, so let me just find somebody who gonna love me and prove to me that I'm worth being loved. So we need that validation. I feel like I've spent so much time trying to fit in. Like I've always been like an outcast. I went to Catholic school for a large part of my life, and when I finally went to public school, I really didn't know anybody, and I was bullied, maybe. I feel like people didn't understand me, like they made fun of me a lot, and now looking back on it, it's like petty shit. It's like, oh, your hair is fake, like you ugly, you walk funny, you wear ugly clothes, or you know what I'm saying, your shoes ain't, you know, tight. I've always had my own very unique style. It was kind of like hippie slash astronaut. Like, I like the big space shoes, you know, like kind of like 70s, 60s had a baby. That was my style. So obviously going to school, 2003, 2007, that wasn't popping. It was like, what are those? What you doing? Who sent you? And I started to conform. I started to change myself so I can be like people who I didn't even like, and they didn't even like me. And I feel like through adulthood, I carried that need for acceptance, you know? And that is the worst mistake I could have ever made. Because if I could have been myself, if I could have taken the time to figure out who the fuck I really was a long time ago, man, I would have. Listen, okay? I would have been a boss. I would have been the boss. Only person you need to validate you is you. And once that's done, you have so much power. Once you love you, value you, and know how much you're worth, you are untouchable. People could talk shit about you, and if they telling the truth, you're gonna be like, couldn't find a lie. And if they lying on you, hating, you're gonna be like, you mad. And that is truly what growth is. You know what I'm saying? Knowing you, loving you so much that you are so unbothered by what anybody has to say. Because what matters is you. Only your opinion of you matters. But like I said, life is the ultimate teacher. And we have to go through these lessons. And my favorite thing to say is everything happens for a reason. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Who this? Like new life. Who this? I don't even remember where I was going with this, but basically, once you spend that time with yourself and you know who you are and you know what you need, man, you're gonna be set. For the first time in my life, like, I feel at peace. Like, I was suffering from so much anxiety and I didn't even know it. Like, I was like, I'm drinking too much caffeine, like a bitch need to lay out the rainbow. It's like, but I was just really anxious. I was just harboring so much pain and resentment, just all this stuff from the past. Like, you need to let it go. And don't just like kind of let it go and still be let that shit go, because you're hurting you. Okay? I watched this Oprah interview one time. She was talking about how detrimental holding grudges are just for your own well-being, and they were asking her about like this beef with some other celebrity, and she was like, she saw this person like 20 years later at an event, and the person was like, oh hey girl, what's up? And Oprah was like, really bitch, like, you know we beefing, like, no, you know. The lady was like, oh, what's wrong? You know, she sensed a little shadiness, so she was like, oh, what's good? And Oprah was like, Ma, I'm still not good over the situation that had happened. And the lady was like, what? And Oprah was like, what you mean, what? She was like, I don't remember that. And I was like, that is so me, right? Like, I'll be dwelling on some shit. The motherfucker who I'm dwelling about, they don't even remember. So I'm the one getting lines and listen. I was crying myself to sleep every single night for months. I spent over $300 on skin cream. You know how much that was going down the drain? Like, my skincare routine is too expensive for me to be crying over some fuck shit. Then wake up in the morning, you don't even know why you're crying. Just sad, just unhappiness. But all of that can be changed. Like, you have the power to change it. And I'm not gonna give you this like magic pill and be like, oh, all right, bitch, be happy. Because if you're dealing with loss, like if you're grieving the loss of a loved one, or you lost your job, or you're homeless, you know, you might not have a lot to be happy about, but there's always something to be happy about. As long as you wake up and take a puff of air every morning, there is something to be happy about. You gotta give yourself something to be happy about. Nobody is gonna come, like, unicorns don't come around and just drop in, oh, little happiness for her. No, let's be real, okay? Focus on what it is that you want to do. Figure out whatever the fuck that is and do that. For me, I really enjoy writing. Like, I'm super passionate about writing. I'm socially awkward as a mother. No, if you meet me, I'm weird. It's going to be weird because I'm weird. Like, I'll be like, oh, hey, hi, you know, do we hug, like, handshake, like what do we do? Like, I don't know. I'm an only child. I blame my parents for only having one child. Like, I don't know how to interact with people. And like I said, I don't have friends. And I didn't have friends growing up. I've always been a fucking weirdo. So I'm weird. So I write. That's why I don't know why I felt compelled to make a video. Because that's weird, you know? I don't do like the visual. Like, I write. I have a blog. I like writing. If you call me, I'll be like, can't talk, but I'm gonna text you back. Livelihood. Focus on what you like to do and try to turn that into a livelihood. I was relentless on Google finding blogging jobs. I love writing. So if somebody's gonna pay me to do something I do anyway, hells yeah, winning. I love kids. My god kids are my life. I don't have any kids, thank God. But my god kids, I have two godsons. They are 5 and 7, and I adore them. They are so funny. They are the dopest human beings I've ever met in my life, and they bring me so much joy. I love my family. I don't have a lot, like I said, you know, family just be like, but my mom is the bombest person I've ever met in my life. She is my best friend. YouTube, kick it with y'all, reading the comments. If you've never read the comment section on YouTube, people are ridiculous. It is hilarious. Do that. And just with thinking about everything, even though I felt like really high before, I felt that everything was going well, I wasn't happy. You know, there was still like something missing. Like, there was still like this void. And that was the love. That was me. You know, that was that validation that I needed from myself. Because no matter how hard I work or what I do, I never felt good enough for me. So the people I dated, they weren't the nicest people to me, and they didn't treat me the best. But at the time, I felt like I deserved that shit. Because I wasn't the nicest person to me, and I didn't treat me the best. But now, the person I am today, knowing what I know now, girl, bye. No, we don't do that. Looking back, I'm like, God, thank you so much for canceling all of that. Those people did not deserve me. I'm way too bomb. And they just wag. Like, no shade. Take it how you want it. But they did not. This is why. They didn't even deserve me. I wasn't even me yet. Like, I hadn't even tapped into my potential. And I have so much of it. And it was just being wasted. Damn. If I had a time machine. And I did a lot of rambling. And I just wanted to say that, to just kind of bring it all back in. You know, there will be storms. I know that I've not faced the last of my hardships and the pain. Because there will be darker days. For sure. But knowing and understanding who you are will definitely allow you to get through that. And just a relationship. I mean, spirituality and religion, that means different things to everybody, but I know that my relationship with God has grown and been strengthened, just, and not necessarily from me being sad, because when I was sad, I was too depressed to even thank God, because I didn't even feel like I had anything to be thankful for, but from me being happy, because now seeing how amazing life can be and how much joy one person can have just by their damn selves. Like, I still don't have no friends, I still ain't got no bae, I'm still not back at work, still can't walk, but I'm happy with myself and I'm at peace, and that is such a blessing, and I thank God for that shit all day long. Like, I'll just be like, man, I just find myself smiling for no reason, laughing at my own jokes, and just be like, God, you did that. Because God did do that. God did all of this. God brought me from a mess. And that's why I wanted to share this message, because maybe, I don't know, I might have been the only person feeling like this, because it wouldn't have been the first time that I was the only person doing some random shit. But I know that renewal and being restored is not that far away. And it is amazing once you find it, and you've got to find it. And nothing changed. I just got the fuck up one day, did some little Google searches, and was like, okay, boss mode, we going back to work. Because you can't be crying every day. You can't just be moping around. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, I was crying my skin cream off. Now I'm going to get wrinkles. Definitely ain't going to find no new babe with a wrinkly face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to pull it together. You are worth pulling it together for. Nobody might not tell you that, but they don't need to. Because remember, you are the validation that you need. Learn to love yourself, and then loving will become so much easier. Because if you don't love you, you can say you love this person, you can say you love that person, you can say you love macaroni, but bitch, if you don't love yourself, you really can't love macaroni. And that's just facts. Share this message with somebody else, because I'm sure they need to hear. I needed a shoulder to lean on. I needed somebody to talk to. I just needed somebody to confide in. I just needed to know that somebody was there. I just needed to know that somebody cared about what I was going through. But guess what? Don't have it. Still, I'm that. I'm my own shoulder. I do, just like when I cry, this is what I do. And that's what the fuck you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta be your own shoulder. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. Would I love to have a clique full of friends? Actually, probably not. One solid friend that I can, talk to all the time. That's all I would want. But that's not what I got. You have to work with what you have. And that's not what I have. I probably still would have been in that corner my mama found me in. Waiting. You can't wait. You can't put your life on hold. And people do that so often. Like, we're always waiting for somebody to come and save us. And you gotta be your own savior. And a lot of people are gonna be like, well, it's easier said than done. No, it's not. Say it and do it. Perception is reality. If you want to be depressed, you're going to be depressed. If you want to be happy, you're going to be happy. And happiness is where it's at, okay? Being sad, drama, heartache, pain, that's so 2015, 2013. That's the past. That ain't it no more. That ain't hot. Joy, happiness, real authentic smiles and laughs, hearty gut laughs, those are in. Those are where it's at, okay? I didn't even know that was possible until I started appreciating what I really have and working towards what I really want. I didn't realize it before, but I was hiding from the pain. You need to hurt in order to heal. You need to feel. It was kind of like a detoxification for my soul. As bad as it hurt, it felt so good. I needed some help. vibe. I was so, like, I really wanted to die. And it was heartbreaking, you know? I'm like, because nobody will care if I die. But that's the thing. I was living for other people, not for myself. Fuck what they think. You gotta do this for you. You gotta go hard for you. Take control of your life. Love yourself. Love the fuck out of yourself, regardless. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody's got a past. But the thing about life is that it goes on. You wake up and it's a new day. It's a new start. You don't even need a new day to start. You can decide mid-sentence. You talking to somebody, you know what, I don't even, slide, block, delete. Bye, Felicia. They're gone. You can start over just like that. And you might not even need to start over. Do what you have to do for you. Don't do what you think people want you to do or what looks good. Because at the end of the day, you got to live with those decisions and you're the one that has to be happy. And happiness is the goal, not just contentment. That's what we were doing. But we're not doing that no more. Because we know better. Because we know there is better. And now that I know what happiness is like, I have no time for beef, for sadness, for nothing else. If it ain't happiness, I don't want it. Okay? The stuff that I used to let get to me is just like, now I don't care. Really don't like that truly unbotheredness. God, that is, because once you find that, life is good. I'm telling you. I'm horrible at this, okay? YouTube is clearly not for everybody. I'm gonna stick to my blogging, but I just wanted to make this video and I hope it has inspired you to take the time to get to know yourself, to love yourself, to forgive yourself, to heal, to feel, to let it out, let God in, let joy in. Don't wait on anybody to be there for you. You are here now. You are all you need. You are enough. You are dope as fuck. Bring it in. Bring it in. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Love you. I do. You need somebody to talk to? I am here. Unless I'm eating. I don't stop doing anything. If I'm eating, I'm not gonna stop doing that for anybody. Except Ellen. I am obsessed. Y'all watch Ellen show? I love the Ellen show. That is one of my little happy moments. Ellen is bomb. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Spread love, spread positivity, be happy, no drama. Good vibes. That's all we feeling. Good vibes, okay? We just serving face and hair flips. We ain't got time for nothing else. I am no professional. I am just a girl who got out of her own way and started living and started loving me. And it's amazing. Stay pretty, stay woke. Thank y'all. God bless y'all. Hold it. Go Saints. You know where she from.